The intention for the class today is to explore doing the yoga in a way that feels kind, in a way that feels kind to yourself. Let's start lying down on the floor and have a cushion nearby to you. Also, if you feel like when you lie down on the floor, having something underneath the head is useful, put a blanket or another cushion underneath the head. Inhale, let the belly soften and expand, sending breath into the ribs too. Exhale, gathering the belly in. Lightly using the abdominals on the exhale. Keep going, do a couple more breaths like that, feeling for massive expansion on the inhale. And a gathering in on the exhale. Let's work with a very simple abdominal exercise now, doing some single leg dips. Lift your feet off the floor so the knees are above your hips. Inhale into the back ribs and press the back lower ribs down. Exhale, keeping the back lower ribs down, bring your left heel a couple of inches towards the floor, maybe even closer to the floor. Inhale, leg comes back up. Expand your breath into the back ribs. Press the back bottom ribs down. Exhale, move your right foot in the direction of the floor. Now, if you start to feel your lower back with this, you're only going an inch or two. If the lower back feels fine, you could go further. Inhale, leg comes back up slowly. Press the back bottom ribs down. Keep the front lower ribs moving down too. Exhale, left foot moves. Inhale, foot comes back up slowly. Keep the back bottom ribs down. Exhale, right foot moves. Inhale, slowly coming back up. The slower you do this, the more subtly you're working. Do 2 more on either side. Keep pressing the back bottom ribs down and moving really slowly. Once you finish that round, bring both feet to the floor. Next, we'll do back release pose. Inhale, bring your left knee in towards the chest and take the outside edge of your ankle onto the right thigh. Exhale, lift the right foot off the floor and then hold on with both hands around your right thigh. If this doesn't feel possible for your hips right now, have the right foot on the floor and press your left hand into the left thigh. If you find your head is lifting up and getting into an uncomfortable angle, you might need to put a little bit more height underneath your head, particularly if your neck is sensitive. Some people will be fine with the head on the floor. Send a massive breath all the way to your hips. Exhale. Pulling on your right thigh if you're holding onto the right thigh. Relax the shoulders. Send your breath to the lower back now. Feel how you can send the breath to the lower back and sort of feel the lower back expanding into the floor. Release the legs and switch over the other way. So your right ankle is resting on the left thigh. If your hips are tight and you want to do the version with the right hand on the right thigh, go for it. If you can, lift the left foot off the floor and hold on with both hands around the left thigh. Breathing into the belly and sending breath to the lower back. Maybe pulling the legs closer towards the chest. Release the legs. Uncross the legs now. Find your cushion, or you could use a fat yoga block, or you could use a rolled up blanket, but have something quite chunky that you could squeeze between your inner legs. If your thing is too small, it's not good. You need something wide enough that you can get a squeeze on the inner thighs. Great. And then set up your feet as if you were going to do bridge. So the feet are sort of underneath the knees and parallel. If you have loads of height underneath your head, just make the head more flat. Great. So starting with a moving bridge, just not a very high bridge, but a bridge where you'll be tilting the hips up and down a little bit and connecting to your belly muscles. Great. Start with an inhale, pressing your active feet into the floor. Then on the exhale, squeeze your thighs onto the roll. Let the hips lift up an inch and gather the belly in. Inhale, relax the hips down to the floor. Exhale, squeeze the cushion or the block, gather the belly in, lifting the hips a little. Inhale, coming back down to the floor. Keep going in that pattern. Making your breath slow, making this movement slow. Feeling how the hips are rocking. There's a rocking in the hips and a rocking in the lower back. This isn't necessarily about going to extremes. Work in a way that feels kind to your body today. Sometimes that might mean doing less or taking a break. Staying present to what you feel so you can choose moment by moment. Do 2 more. Okay, now we'll do something slightly different. You'll either do this with the feet on the floor or with the feet up in the air like this. Or if you're having a very, very energetic day, you could do this with the legs straight. If you're not sure, either work with the legs bent like this, or if you want to make this as simple as possible, work with the feet on the floor. Great. Choose one of those leg positions. Inhale and take the hands so they're clasped together behind the head. Abs with a roll. Pause, squeeze your thighs onto the roll and press the lower back down. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the floor. Now do that with your core, not by pulling on the head. Pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders down to the floor. Hold the breath, squeeze onto the roll or the cushion, push the lower back down towards the floor. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the floor. Squeeze the cushion again, pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders to the floor. Big breath in. Hold the breath, squeeze your thighs onto the cushion, press the lower back down. Exhale, head and shoulders lift up. Lift the elbows up a little more if you can. Pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Hold the breath, squeeze onto your cushion, push the lower back down. Exhale, head and shoulders up. Elbows point to the ceiling. Squeeze the cushion again, pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Let's do one more. Hold the breath, squeeze onto your cushion, push the lower back down. Exhale, head and shoulders lift up. Squeeze the cushion again, pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders down to the floor. Exhale, settle the feet on the floor again, but keep the cushion there for one more thing. Take your hands onto the lower buttocks, so just above the sitting bones. We'll do a couple more tilts here, but I want you to feel, for this time, also getting these lower butt muscles involved. Inhale, expanding the breath all the way down to the belly, all the way down to the lower back. Exhale, squeeze onto the cushion. Feel the lower buttock muscles activate and lift the hips just a tiny bit. Inhale, relax back down to the floor. Exhale, squeeze the cushion, tilt the tailbone up, feel the lower buttock muscles, gather the belly in. Inhale, relaxing back down. Exhale, squeeze the cushion, connect to lower buttock muscles, lifting the hips, gathering belly in. Do two more. Then remove your cushion, put that to one side. I want to do one more thing for connecting to these mysterious lower buttock muscles, because they are a really important place to activate, because they can help us connect our strong legs and our upper body. I also feel that when you're able to feel your own butt, when you're able to feel your belly, then that's really helpful in being able to stay in feeling with the body. It's really helpful to be in the body and to be able to ground ourselves and not get too sucked into all the very compelling and exciting thoughts and things that are out there. Sometimes it's good to come back to the body. And actually, I feel connected to my butt really helps me to come back to the body.